everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the First Kiss podcast. Welcome to the new series, the First Global Series. And the episodes of this series, we are inviting people with achievements from the First Kiss Club Association and teams from the First Global Challenge. Today I have with me my co-host Slim, as always.
Hello everyone, my name is Slim Majdoub, 18 years old and the spokesperson of Team Tunisia 2017 and the presenter of the First Skills podcast in the first 3 episodes, but this is the first global series. So, Fatma is your host for today and for all the episodes of the first global series in the First Skills podcast.
I'm Fatma Slim, your host for today, and I'm the spokesperson of Team Tunisia and the First Global Challenge 2019. And today, I'm glad to have with me Team Sudan. Hi!
Hi everybody.
Hi. So, if we start the episode by introducing yourselves.
Hello, my name is Ahmed, team manager for Sudan.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and I'm the team spokesperson.
Hello, I am Umar Haidar. I am team captain for Team Sudan. Welcome.
Nice to meet
all.
you everyone and thank you very much for being in our podcast.
Okay, so if we start by getting to know more about how your team got together. So I know that the members are from gifted and talented schools. So if you please explain more about how you came together as a team.
We were chosen by our partner for the challenge. We saw several CVs for many students and mentors, and finally we chose 5 students to them.
Okay, great.
And if you could describe this organization, Gifted and Talented Schools, to us so that everyone in the whole world seeing us today can learn about this organization.
It's an organization that came youth together from the first grade. They put them to the multiple exams. They choose the best students from every school. They uh, they take them together and uh, they they increase their talent. They
Their passion.
their passions. They give them the the, the opportunities to do whatever they want. The best labs and best teachers and so on.
Thank you.
Okay, if we speak a bit about your previous participation in the first Global Challenge editions. So you guys have participated in the 2017 edition. Unfortunately, you couldn't make it to the 2018 event because of some issues. But can you describe how the 2017 participation helped you this year and how the 2018 edition, even though you couldn't make it to Mexico, it definitely helped you in preparing yourselves for the 2019 edition.
And before starting, we would please like if the mic is closer to each body's mouth, because when Ahmed spoke, the voice was clear. Sorry.
Okay, the voice is clear.
Yes, if you make the mic just closer to your mouth.
Okay. Okay, in 2017 edition, we have participated for the USA edition of First Global and the first edition of First Global. It was the first participation for Sudan in robotics challenge, and it was overwhelming opportunity. One of the students in 2017 now is mentoring the team with us, but he didn't make it to the call today with us. And from his experience, the students of the team learn a lot, and they are making better because of his participation.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2018 edition, Sarah was participating in it, so she can tell you more about it.
In 2018, we did everything, but The visa messed everything up. We couldn't get a visa, so we couldn't go. But it was a very big addition to us as the teammates. And now I'm in the 2019 version, and I think that 2018 experience was very helpful for me for this year. I think that join First Global is gonna get a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, gain a lot of knowledge and so on.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier that you benefited, or you said that your participation in the 2018 edition was helpful. This is for you as an individual, as Sarah, but for the whole team, how were the previous participations helpful to you in either technical or non-technical stuff?
In both technical and non-technical stuff.
How was that?
Oh. The technical stuff are you know them. The technical stuff is
Yeah.
I knew some more new mechanism, and I give try for new things and so on. In the non-technical, you can say in the social part, that I made relationships with new people. I went to new places in Sudan. I knew more about the First Global community, and I make some friendship with some people in Sudan and other countries, and I gain a lot of knowledge in this side. And the other thing, I think that it was a very big addition to my career. Now um, I say that I can, like, yeah. Now I can communicate with people. I get better communication with other people, and I think that my English language has developed, and so on.
Yeah, we're quite happy to hear that. You are all from Al Khartoum, right? Or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Khartoum.
Yeah. So, we will start the second part of the episode, which is talking about the two cultures, the Sudanese culture and the Tunisian culture. And we want you to start by telling us something special about Sudan that you think that no other country has heard of this, like of Sudan, like something that no other country has known about yours.
We have a very interesting thing in Sudan that many countries in the world do not know. We have pyramids too, as Egypt. Our pyramids are smaller than the Egyptian ones.
Old.
Yeah, because they were older. They are more than 200, I guess.
More than
Yeah, small
250.
pyramids
Yeah.
in the northern deserts of Sudan.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have a very unique cloth for women called tob. Tob is a piece of cloth. We wrap it on our wrist, and the rest of it, yeah,
On the shoulder.
like a bag. Yeah, it's a big. So we will you will see it in our cultural event, and you will see it when we come to the first Global Challenge 2019, inshallah.
Inshallah. So, this is quite interesting to know that Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt,
Egypt.
actually, which is something not every single person knows. And as you mentioned that you started from, like, this is a historical thing or something about the monuments of Sudan. Talking about, let's start, I mean, by the cultural side of things, and we will start talking about clothes. You mentioned Thobe. What's his name again?
So,
Tobe? Thobe.
Tob, yeah,
Tobe.
tob. It is called tob. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, as far as I know, the Sudanese country like is, let's say, diverse. Are there any like differences in clothes between either regions or groups?
Yeah.
How is that?
Yeah, that is actually either the top, the way of wearing it different from east to north to south to west. Every tribe wear it in a different way and with different accessories and different hair
Style.
hairstyle and so on. Yeah,
And you mentioned the name tribe. How
yeah,
are there like so many tribes in Sudan?
yeah,
There are more than 300 tribes in Sudan.
Oh, that's quite interesting. And how is like life evolving around like the differences between these tribes? I mean, what are the differences, the cultural differences mainly? Like you mentioned the ones concerning clothes. What are the things like different in language or in food or in music? What are some differences that you can tell us about?
There are differences in music. I think they use different languages to communicate, and they live in different regions, different lifestyle, and the the way they build their houses is different from one region to other, and the
according to
cattle according to the
weather.
weather and the cattle
The race?
yeah
Yeah.
different also.
Okay. How are they different? Like, let's talk like from one thing to the other. Let's start, for example, talking about, let's say, languages. The official languages of Sudan are Arabic and English, right?
Right.
But
First
since there are
time,
since there are like 300 tribes, there are certainly like so many languages more than these two. What are like some languages
yeah.
that you can mention to us?
The languages, the local word for different languages called Rutana, and every tribe Rutana is different from the other. So, for example, we call the name of the tribe and we call Rutana. Rutana it is mean language. So we call, for example, Al Mahas Rutana and so on. Al Mahas is one of the tribes of Sudan.
Okay. And do the languages of these tribes have an effect on the daily life of all the Sudanese together in while speaking? Like, for example, the Arabic dialect of Sudan. Does it have any effects like coming from the local languages?
Yeah, it affected them very widely. So many languages by the time was not used like past. And the Arabic language is becoming more than the local languages. Yeah.
What are some words that you can mention to us, like, for example, in the Sudanese dialect that are, let's say, derived from like local languages? I mean, words that are not typically Arabic, but you only say them in Sudan.
Okay. I'm not sure if they were derived from the local languages, but certainly sure that are definitely Sudanese. For example,
Kisra, for example.
yeah, some we have our food. We have something called kisra. Is
Is that
made
bread?
Bread, yeah.
eat. We eat with it our yeah our mulah. I can't find that the exact translation. Uh, uh, you can ask us some words and we will tell you what the meaning in
Okay,
in our
so this is what we will do right now. This is the start of the dialects challenge. So, we will be giving you some words in English, you will be giving us the Sudanese noun for it in Arabic, and we will be giving you our noun for it. I have chosen some words that, as I've done my research, are quite like different from like the typical Arabic, and I will start with the first word, which is the word hospital.
hospital is مستشفى.
Yes.
مستشفى. Yeah.
And is there this like Arabic noun only?
Yeah, it is our Arabic noun. I think also Istibalia, but I'm not sure about it.
Okay, let's just take
In the
Istibalia.
eighth period, Istibalia, in the eighth period, I guess 60s or
Well, the Tunisian noun for hospital is the noun spitar.
God.
Yeah, and the thing is that it derives from a German word which is Spital. And the L became an R and then the sh became an S. So
Oh, great.
the
Great
second,
information.
you're welcome. The second word is cat, the animal. The second word is cat, the animal.
Cat. Cat. We called it Isa.
Kedisa?
Isa. Elisa.
Okay, Kedisa. That's quite interesting. Well, in Tunisia we call it Qattusa.
Say it again. We didn't hear you.
Qattusa.
Apusa.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, the next noun is kitchen.
Say it again.
Kitchen, where you cook.
Say it again. We didn't hear you.
Kitchen. It's kitchen where you cook.
Where you cook?
Yeah.
مطبخ. مطبخ.
Okay.
مطبخ.
I found the word and they said it is Sudanese, but I don't know. It says here tikal or something like that. Is that right?
Again. Again.
Tickle, yeah.
Say it again.
Tickle. It's like ta, kaf, and then lam.
Yeah. It might be in our grandfather's language.
Okay, well, the
But we didn't use it anymore.
So the Tunisian common word for everyday's life is kujina.
Say it again. معلش.
Kujina. It's kujina. Kujina.
Can you repeat it again?
Okay, sure. The Tunisian noun is kujina.
Kudina.
Yeah, and it also has like a European derivative. It comes from the Italian word cucina.
Kuchina.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay, the next one is a verb. And this verb is when, like in the imperative form, when you tell someone, sit down.
We
جلس.
did this or I got.
Okay. The Tunisian noun is
Aqad.
aqad. Or we have a noun which is special for our series facts,
Oh.
which is igdis.
Yes.
Ignis.
No, igdis with dal.
Ignis.
Yes, but we only say this in Sfax in our city.
Oh, interesting.
And the last noun is the hen, the animal.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken. We called it
جداد.
jidad, not dajjal. Jidad.
Jidad, you inverse the two letters?
Yeah. Jidad.
Okay, that's really quite interesting.
Not dajjal. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Sometimes Rahan.
okay, well, the like let's say the sons of the hen in Tunisian are like a single one is fallous. Yeah, but the chicken in general that is like jaja as in formal Arabic. So, this is the end of the challenge, the dialects challenge between Team Sudan and Team Tunisia, which was really interesting. This is the end of this part. And right now we will be discussing some other things about the cultures of both Tunisia and Sudan. You mentioned something which is music, which is, as you said, different between the tribes. There are certainly some, let's say, a common type which collects all the different music types or genres in every single tribe. There are some types which are like united, but each tribe has their own songs, and others like which are just some genres which are specific to the tribes. Can you tell us about different Sudanese music types?
Okay, in overall, our Sudanese music is different. We have something called السلم الخماسي.
Okay.
Yeah, so when an Arabic person hear our songs, he will feel weird because the way of the music is it is not just like own music. It is different and it is called السلم الخماسي. Um, we have different music tools. We have something tambur,
Okay.
rababa.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have
الدف يعني أنواع مختلفة من
yeah الدف طب
لا ما طبلة الاسم لا دلوكا دلوكا
our tabla called دلوكا.
Okay,
Okay.
we call it derbuka. There's actually some common things between it.
yeah.
Okay, so the Sudanese music is known among the Arab countries as the one which is quite different from those Arab countries and more similar to the African roots of Sudan, which is something we also have in Tunisia, especially in the south, because I don't know if you know this or not. The people of northern Africa are called the Amazirs or the Berbers, and they too, before like mixing with the Arab invaders, they had their own, let's say, language and music, and some of like these let's say the original people of like Berber still inhabit some towns in Tunisia, and they have some music which is special of the Sahara, and it is called Gnawi music. Actually, it has some different kinds with. It's more like similar. I don't know the names of the instruments exactly. There are things like hold in the hands, and they have like strange sounds. And the Tunisian like typical music is called mizwid, which is like the popular music, which was in some part, in some era, like in the history of Tunisia, seen as something, let's say, not generally accepted, but right now it's like common to hear every single day. So, after talking and discussing about the Sudanese music, we might talk about something else, which each African country for sure has different tastes and different flavors. We are talking about food. What is the thing that Sudan is known for food? What is, let's say, first of all, your traditional dish and what it is composed of mainly?
Our traditional dish is composed of mullah, kisra or asida,
Mm-hmm.
um, salata, شعيرية, طحني.
Mm-hmm.
And also we must at all times we must put bread on uh, on our
On your
table.
table, okay.
Yeah, Yeah, but if we haven't bought bread, we will use instead of uh, kisra or asida. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, you mentioned something important about, let's say, the Sudanese food lifestyle, which is eating bread in every single table. But concerning the dishes, is there like something common between all of them? Like, are most of the dishes like made from wheat? Are most of them made like from some vegetables? How can you describe it?
Um,
I think the food in Sudan is mainly cooked of meat and some other additions, carbohydrates, and many different. And um, we add vegetables. Mainly, it's
Uh, I want to ask a question. As like inhabitants of El Khartoum, your city is on the Nile River. So, does like living near to this river has like any effect on the? I'm not gonna say the Sudanese lifestyle, but the lifestyle of people in Khartoum and also their ways of eating. Let's say.
or let's say have many different tribes live together in the same area. So we haven't and we have in one area. Uh, Coming back to your question about food and common style in food. So let's say we have something. I guess you called it idam. I guess in Saudi Arabia or KSA called idam. We called it mulah. I guess in
What is it
Egyptian
again?
it's
Can you describe it because we don't have any of these
uh,
names?
mulah. Mulah.
Yeah, what is it
Mulah.
composed of?
The mulah is the name of the. So let's say we can have mulah, دجاجية mulah. I guess is
maybe
a common
some
word for the food. We have it be cooked, meat, vegetables, onion, garlic. Um, yeah, this is the mulah, and we have the stretches composed of asida or gurrasa or bread.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we have and protein.
Okay, can you please repeat the last part because we couldn't hear you?
Okay. I told you that our common meal called mulah. Okay.
Okay.
Mulah. Yeah. It will be cooked different ways. We will or with different components. Sometimes with potatoes. Yeah, we have kinds of mulah.
Okay.
And the mulah, oh, we have, for example, tegaliya mulah.
Mm-hmm.
Tegaliya mulah is called is cooked by meat and garlic, so
tomato sauce.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So this is interesting. And in Tunisia, we have our national traditional dish, which is called couscous. So it is made of um, wheat seeds. Is that correct? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wheat.
Actually, there's a whole process after like collecting the wheat, and then it like it stays like for like half a year, and at the end, they sell it. People before like our ancestors used to do that all by themselves, and they used to hide everything in their houses, which we call al-ula.
Yeah.
And right now it's just like sold
In
everywhere.
markets, yeah.
But we do have like some special things, as you said, the fact that it is cooked with everything.
Yes, so this dish is
I
basically.
have eat the couscous when I was a young. Uh, we were in USA,
Mm-hmm.
KSA, sorry, KSA in Mecca al-Mukarrama,
Mm-hmm.
and near was Tunisian women, I guess, and they have a couscous, and they told us with them, and I guess it has a special flavor. If you have some couscous for me, I will be very happy.
Surely.
Well, we're quite happy that you have tasted this, but it depends on where is this like woman exactly from. Because the interesting thing about couscous is that it's different from one city from the other. Because in a city, for example, like Sus, they put something called zabib, which is like derived from grapes,
Yeah.
which is the only city which puts them in their couscous, and a city like ours, which is Fax, is the only city in Tunisia which cooks couscous with fish. And there's even like an archipelago of islands near Tunisia. It is called Kerkena. It is like also cooking like couscous with fish, but they have also like, for example, included fish in all of what has a relationship with the marine life, either it be like fish, crabs, etc., with all the different meals, whether it be like pasta or couscous or even some other dishes. So, we talked about clothes, we talked about music, we talked about food, and as these make a part of every single, like every single Citizens Day and culture, the last thing we would like to talk about is the cultures which are like specific for occasions and ceremonies. One of these ceremonies is, for example, the Eids, Eid, or also the weddings, or any other like ceremonies. There may like be some ceremonies special for Sudan. Do you have any of them, and how do you celebrate them?
Ceremonies have the the wedding is a special occasion for the family in Sudan.
Mm-hmm.
We have al henna. I guess you have to.
Yes.
Yes.
The bride will wear red, and the bridegroom will wear.
Mm-hmm.
What is jalabiya?
Jalabiya.
Mm,
Okay, we have a similar name for it.
yeah.
It's like jilbab.
Yeah, our Sudanese jalabiya, and we will make the bridegroom makes it in his hand. He
Mm-hmm.
put it in his hand, and he will do this, yeah, for hours. The bride will have some drawings in her hands and her neck, and we will have the party. Also,
Dirty. Yeah.
Dirstik,
Some, there are some weird traditions.
yeah,
Yeah. The bri- bridegroom should milk on his wife's
wife.
face.
Yeah. He
Okay.
will split milk. Yeah,
Well, that's quite
And
funny.
yeah, that is
yeah,
funny, and the whole family is with him doing this.
and like he has to put perfume, which is called khumra, on
Mm-hmm.
his wife's head. He should pour it like this, and he shall do this too. And mother and her mother should do that for both. And there are some things like small bags. They put in them some candy
Mm-hmm.
of khumra itself, and something is called bilka.
It's
Cool.
called الفال.
Alfal. Yeah.
يعني الفأل الحسن.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
No,
It's
it's
like good luck, or let's say.
They like give it to the girls first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really quite interesting and funny how the traditions evolve, uh, around the history, and they still stay the same and preserve that weirdness, let's say. And it's quite cool that such traditions have remained till today. And uh, we are the last thing is going we are going to talk about concerning like the two countries is the thing that a country like Sudan or a country like Tunisia, if we talk about it like internationally, we are not like really known for either like tourism, etc. And people should know about our like cultures and also about history, which makes a great part of our, let's say, civilization. As a country of Tunisia, we would tell the world that we are a country in which there were Romans, the Empire of Carthage, the Arabs, the Berbers, the Ottomans, the French, and the current day Tunisia. What would you say to the whole world about the history of Sudan and how interesting is it?
the history of Sudan.
In the old past, then our grandparents were called Nuba.
Yeah.
Sudan is all called the of gold. Uh, Nuba is brown gold. Sudan was known for gold.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of gold in Sudan. And our parents gold, and they were buried in the pyramids. We told you before,
Mm-hmm.
and with their gold, like uh, like in Egypt.
Yeah.
Uh, the queen, there was a king and queen. The queen was called Kandaka.
Yeah,
So
we've
have you
actually
heard
heard about
before
that
Kandaka?
more recently in the recent events in Sudan.
Can't hear you.
Uh, like this noun Kandaka, it came back again like as far as I know.
Yeah,
Came back
it came
in
back.
Sudanese
Revolution.
revolution.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And you were talking about the king as well.
Yeah, king and queen, and the queen was called Kandaka.
Okay.
The West Coast Kingdom, and capital of the kingdom from time to another was in Nabta, and then it changed to so,
Yeah. Time. So you heard about our Sudanese revolution.
Mm-hmm.
The regime was for Sudan, holding Sudan for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
For 30 years, people suffered from injustice and punishment, poverty.
Yeah.
Although Sudan is a rich country, uh, the longest river in the world. So finally, we can peaceful revolution. We get the regime down,
and
and
we came back to the world.
yeah, and we have finally our civilian led government, led government, the past one, and now finally we have our Union-led government, and for that, loss of our loved ones and our so
Youth.
and you
Okay, we're like super happy for any other countries which like and people who gain their liberty again, and we in Tunisia as well. We are super proud to have our revolution in 2011 and to be right now living, let's say, even in a partial democracy. But we had our elections recently, which made an echo in the Arab world and in the whole world in general. So we're super happy for you and for ourselves. And this was all concerning the cultural part of this episode. We will now ask you some things about this year's edition, coming back to robotics.
Yes. So, how is the preparation of the robot making going? And are you guys finished with making the robot first?
are you talking about this year preparation
Yes.
Yes.
because I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So Amar is our technical yeah our team for the team. We will, yeah. She said that what
Actually, at first, we hope to get the best rank in FGC. This is 2019 start for this, and we macro balls and balls to the level in the processing barge.
Mm-hmm.
Elevated docking. We hope to get all the awards available to get all point about our technical about our that you will see it in a video and we will we try to
Okay.
All right. So,
yes
yeah.
and that we try to make a different mechanism or we try to be more effective. All our team participate in this by ideas, by putting our robot. We we tried many mechanism. We know that's all our there's our all our routine is just about the FGC. That's all our doing and all the time.
So, are you guys finished with your robot yet, or are you still preparing?
We are in
the assembly part assembly of the robot to become
yes. We
together.
have the mechanism are done already.
We
We have
make
tried
separate
it.
for each part, and the last us is to put all
Collect
the
them.
robot together.
Yes. Good luck in the rest of your preparation. And I'd like to ask you if you have any events that you have done that are related to the FGC theme, or are there any upcoming ones?
We have done here just photo sessions event social media
And
campaign.
they are coming.
But we have the upcoming event. We have a training day in the Nile River. We will have the cultural day. Have robot reveal day and have a sessions day. Are making sure our students will have the maximum value and benefit event. So we will have special prize for educating our kids in different and topics, technically and soft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, like that, we are coming to the end of the episode. Before finishing everything, Do you have any question, anything that you want to ask? Feel free.
We want to know more about Tunisia and you have
Your completely or robot or
and yeah, about your robot and brief events and the next event. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
we can talk about the events. Okay, so previous events we had a 3 day visit to an archipelago called Kerkuna Island, which is found in our city. We had a cleaning campaign there, and we had like a hands-on experience there to see the pollution, and we cleaned that part of the island. Then we definitely are preparing more events in the future. So there is upcoming teaching sessions for young kids about robotics, so we can raise the awareness in them about the importance of robotics and solving today's world problems.
And we also made like a 10 days camp here in the First Skills Club local, in which there were like several teams from either volunteers, like the team members, and also coaches from the 2017 edition. There were like workshops about programming, other workshops of designing and building the robot, other workshops are like for social media and video editing, etc., including myself, and also Fatma and I preparing the podcasts.
Yes.
Good job. We
Thank you.
do the best in the chat.
Thank you. Best of luck too.
Happy and glad to have this conversation. Yeah.
Thank you. It was
Overwhelming.
yes, it was our pleasure to have you with us, guys. So I think we have came to the end of our episode.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Team Sudan, for joining. Thank you, everybody. And thank you to our audience that's watching us. Follow us on our social media, and you'll find them linked below. And thank you for watching. See you in another episode.
Goodbye.
Bye.